Get the latest Zacks research, analysis, and rankings on exchange-traded funds in Exploring ETFs. Gold mining ETFs. That's what we're talking about this time around with our ETF strategist, Eric Dutram, who joins us from Zacks.com. Gold's been in the news a lot recently. The miners, no exception.
Definitely. Gold prices have pretty much stabilized over the past couple of days here. We've seen some strength in the miners as well. And obviously when gold is kind of going higher, gold mining stocks, because they trade as a leverage play in this metal, they can go even higher than that. And this has been really good news over the past 5 days. Most gold mining stocks are actually up double digits in the past week or so. So some really good strength, especially when you consider how badly these have done for much of 2013.
So how might investors want to play that trend?
Well, there's a couple large cap stocks in the space, such as Barrick Gold, ticker ABX, Gold Corp, GG, and then you also have a number of ETFs that might actually be better plays because a lot of the stocks here are international, and so they don't really trade too often on the U.S. exchange. So a broader ETF play might be the way to target this segment.
All right. What about popular names in the ETF space?
Well, there's actually 8 ETFs that target gold mining. So, it can be a little bit of a challenge for investors to find the right one. The most popular is GDX, which is a market vectors product. This has great volume, 25 million shares a day. It is concentrated in some of those large cap names like Barrick and Gold Corp, but it's up double digits over the past week. So it's been a really great play, large cap focus though.
What about other choices?
There's 2 more large cap focused ones. You got Ring, great ticker there for this ETF,
right.
And then PSAU. PSAU is a little less concentrated, has about 80 holdings compared to about 30 to 40 for Ring and GDX. While Ring is actually a much cheaper option, lower expense ratio, down in the mid-30s.
Right.
So it could be a better choice if you're looking to cut expenses.
Okay, let's drop down to the small and mid-cap level then. What's going on there?
Yeah, if you're you don't really want to get Barrick or some of these other large cap names, you really want to focus on smaller companies. You got GG, which is a focused ETF, only looks at companies that get at least 90% of their revenues from gold. So you're not going to get companies that might do a lot of silver mining or any other types of mining like that. And then you got GDXJ, which is a junior gold miners ETF. Think of it as like the complement to GDX, focuses only on small and mid-cap securities. And then you got GLDX, which is only an explorers ETF. So these stocks that are in this fund, they don't actually mine for gold. They're just kind of out there looking for it, kind of hoping to be buyout candidates. So they might be pretty volatile. And then GDXJ is also going to be a pretty volatile fund. But this one's actually been up 20% over the past 5 days.
Wow.
So really strong performance.
Over the past 5 days?
Yes.
Wow, that is a big move.
Yeah.
All right, so what about, that might embolden investors,
Yeah.
right? Seeing stuff like that. So what about investors who might feel a little bit more adventurous and want to pull in some of that leverage that you talked about a moment ago?
If you really want some leverage moves, you can look at the triple return here for direction products. There's no actually 2x products that take a 200% move on a daily basis. We only have 300% moves, and you got NUGT for the bull, and then DUST for the bear. And these are obviously very volatile. They follow a very similar index to GDX, and actually over the past 5 days, these have seen 40% moves. So an investment in NUGT has actually gone up over 40% in the last 5 days, and then DUST has actually lost more than 40% over the last 5 days. So some really big moves here in the gold mining space. So definitely, trade with caution here.
Consider all the pros and cons.
Exactly.
Yeah, I just find some of those names entertaining, but
you got to give it to the ETF industry. They do a great job with those tickers.
Yeah, they do. They do. Do you own any of these?
I do not.
All right. Check out other ETF stories. They're on our website, Zacks.com. If you're not there already watching this video, you can find it by selecting the correct tab in the Fund section across the top of the homepage, Zacks.com. With Eric, I'm Terry Ruffalo.